My light, obviously, back up a little bit, move a little bit. And that is recording. I'll grab my drink here. All right, guys. Oh, look at this, like right now, I'm not in focus. It's not focusing. Oh, it thinks that that light back there is a face. See, this is one of the problems that we're gonna run into. All right, here's what I think, guys. Today's video, Nikon Z6 II versus the original Nikon Z6. I'm gonna try to get all the settings, you know, it's 24-70 f4 on the Z6, and I've got the 35 f1.8 on the Z6 II. Both the S lenses, and I love these lenses, by the way, they're amazing. What we'll do is just put them both at 35. We'll put them both at like the same aperture, I don't know, f5.6 or something like that. 3 to 5 different environments. Cameras side by side. I'm gonna show you my setup, similar settings, and then we'll talk about my opinion on this. Let's go. It should be like just black back here. All right, I'm gonna slowly walk in. Walking super slow, 2 feet or so at a time here. And I can see out of my peripheral that I'm in the shot now. I'm a good 1.5 feet. Let me get a little bit closer here. And yeah, here we go. This is the shot. So my light, obviously, is here. My bounce is here. And yeah, I'm really interested to see these results. This is super fun. Okay, let's move on to the next test. The histogram is telling us that this is a pretty dark setup. And it is. I mean, it's a nice moody look, but this to me is where you will run into autofocus problems. Let's see how they do. Again, on the Z6 II, we've got the 35 f1.8. I'm gonna come over here, sit on the couch for a second. And on the Z6, we've got the 24-70 f4. I just wanted to take a second, by the way, and just thank you guys for watching. Oh man, I'm tired. For watching these videos, for being a part of the channel. I'm gonna try to do a better job at, you know, continuing to make videos like this for you. And yeah, this is a super dark experience. I think that the cameras in this type of scenario, they do a good job, but I would say like it's more like a 50-50 experience for me. And that's okay. I think most of the time, and I would say 95% of the time that I'm using these cameras, I'm running around vlogging or whatever it is, and the lighting is a lot brighter than this, that they just nail focus. But there have been a handful of times where I had to reshoot a moment, or I just missed a moment completely because I couldn't recreate the moment. And so I think if you're looking for a guaranteed video autofocus experience, you're just not gonna, you're not gonna get it. You've got to go manual at that point, and just do the best that you can, or you know, have a screen or a monitor that you can be like. Right now, I can see that the 35, the Z6 II is not catching me right now. Let me face this light a little bit more. Maybe it'll pick me up. Back up a little bit, move a little bit. Okay, it's got me. Maybe I was too close. No, I don't think I was too close. But yeah, this is a super dark scenario. So anyway, I'm excited to see like which camera in this low light. I think I've got the ISO set to 100. which is the lowest that I can set it. Which camera does better in this situation? Maybe they both suck. I know that the Z6 II was struggling. I just saw it. So we'll see. All right. Okay, and then you know what I want to do, guys, is I want to go ahead and set the ISO to, let's look at the histogram while we're doing this just a little bit here. Let's go to 640 if that makes a difference. I would think that it would. And record on both of those. Okay, guys. So let me do the same thing, right? I'm down here, I'm sitting down, I'm stretching out, you know, I'm tired. I'm gonna stand up. And I'm gonna walk up to the cameras. The Z6 II has got me, but I don't know about the Z6. We'll have to look at the footage later from the phone. Get a little bit closer here, and gonna look down at the monitor. Looks good. So yeah, I mean, I think, you know, when you turn up the sensors a little bit, you get pretty good results for the most part on these cameras. All right, let's move on. Turn those off. This is gonna be a quick outdoor test. Yeah, thought I turned that to monitor only. All right, here we go. And let's make sure that, okay. Record. All right, I'm gonna walk up there and come back a little bit. Audio is gonna probably not be great. Gonna hear some cars go by a little bit. Street's right up here. I'm gonna kind of walk into frame from way out here. And of course, right as I start shooting this, it starts to hail. It's okay. Try to keep my face up here a little bit and walk right up to the camera. I know that I'm in frame on the Z6 II. It should be good on the regular Z6. And yeah, this is that shot. Let's see what happens if I turn around here. Whew. I'm gonna go ahead and turn once more. And let's take a walk out of the frame here. Go ahead and walk in. And let's turn fast. Okay. And I think I'm done with this shot because of all the hail. This is crazy. Get these guys rolling. ISO 800. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is gonna be the last test. Not really a test. I mean, everything's a test, honestly. But what I'm gonna do now is head over to the computer, edit everything together, and then, you know, give you my short summary vibe. I will say though, before I go and look at the results, which I haven't seen by the way at this point in the video, that when I'm out shooting individually with the cameras, I don't really notice a difference most of the time. It's not like I'll pick up the Z6 and be like, oh man, this is so much slower than the Z6 II. But I do feel like the Z6 II is better, that it is quicker to like recognize a face. And I do like one of the autofocus settings that you get with the Z6 II that the Z6 doesn't have, where you can use like the large box, the large area, and face detection simultaneously. So you can have face detection only to a specific box, which is super useful when you have multiple faces going on and you really want to focus on one area of the frame. Okay, we're recording everywhere. Let's knock this out. We can do this. We can do hard things. Okay, guys, here's my takeaway from, you know, the video, from the test, having edited the stuff together at this point. The Z6 II came out just above the Z6, but they were neck and neck, I think, in every test. The dark living room, that low light setup, I think that's where the Z6 II barely edged out the original Z6. I think the test results speak for themselves, but the Z6 II is a better camera. I wish that the Z6 had the eye detect and not just the face detect in video. But other than that, like, I'm super pleased with the results from the Z6. I wanted to say real quickly that both cameras were set up identically. So white balance was 5100 Kelvin on both cameras, and they were both using the flat picture profile with the default settings. Even though the original Z6 leaned a little green, the Z6 II leaned a little red. I thought that was a little interesting. Both cameras had the identical settings. The two video autofocus settings that you can adjust, AF speed and then AF tracking sensitivity, both of those were set identically camera to camera. I had AF speed set to 5, which is the highest, and I had the tracking sensitivity set to 1, which is the lowest on each camera, so that cameras would recognize something and adjust the focus at the fastest speeds that they're capable of. I wanted to say real quickly too, when I'm behind the camera, so if I'm shooting for a client and I'm using the video autofocus, I rarely miss focus. And I think that, like, it's outside of just being able to mostly, you know, rely on the video autofocus catching the face. If it does miss the face, it's so easy to just really quickly tap, you know, the person's head and go into that tracking mode, and then just hit the zoom out button if you want to get out of that tracking mode and go back into auto area AF, back into face detect. It's just so quick and easy to do that bottom line, both cameras are insane with the video autofocus. I wish more people were talking about it. I wish more people were using them and knew about this, but that's okay. More videos to come. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being a part of the channel. Just love everybody.